influences that actually drive consumers to make a decision as to what they're going to buy. And again, if you want to break this down based on demographics or millennials versus boomers, what are the key factors really driving people to go in and make a decision? From your perspective, what's your data show?
This is a non-auto, but Twitter is always in the forefront of this stuff. United right now is a perfect example that good customer service means a whole lot. And it really, when you see Twitter, how fast it moves, that moment of primary interaction, so if you have an interaction with a consumer on your lot, their experience, they will want to share that. And it's whether posting a video, talking about their experience. We see this every day, where they're talking about, oh my God, I just picked up this car from this dealer, want to take a picture, they post it. That goes a very long way. That is a piece of media now that is floating publicly that anyone else can see if they're looking for certain terms. And it is a very impactful piece, or a very impactful message that you want to get out there. Customer service on Twitter is by far the most important.
And the data was too much to remember, right? But I was looking at our time to purchase stuff as well, and we had a study that was similar to this that looked at people's behaviors across the world, across demographics, and what stood out was that mobile is very personal, right? So you can't even say for a demographic it's going to be this, right? So people's experiences are so personal on mobile, and we touched on the behavioral change. They're looking for convenience. They're looking to have more control because they feel like they have more control. So things like service and convenience are absolutely at the forefront because that's the expectation now. Add value to me if I'm reaching out to you or you're reaching out to me, right? That's a common expectation. So as everyone in the room is thinking about how they manage their business, how they reach different segments, we talked about mobile, we talked about video, but then the extension of that is how do you add value? How do you communicate that you're helping ease the experience of being part of the customer journey with them?
I would add to that, from a Google perspective in our study, brand reputation from the manufacturer. That means why Toyota, why Honda, why Ford. From your point of view, it's why my dealership. That's really critical in that process, talking to the value that you're speaking to. Performance of the vehicle itself is something that comes into play. Reliability, being known from that angle. And then I wanted to mention that often we assume price is critical to our customers. But from the research that we have with these actual buyers, we're finding that price matters towards the end of the purchase funnel as they're getting very close to purchase, but not necessarily a driving force in the research process until that very end. So I think that's interesting for us to know, because you often hear at conferences, price is what matters most, or millennials are only concerned with price.
I hear it all the time.
And you hear it all the time, but we're not seeing that necessarily. And the other thing I'd like to say, if you want to break down audiences, time is our new currency. It is not a dollar or euro or yen, it's time. And especially for millennials. So what can you do to save your customer time will trump price and other components in this entire shopping process.